For some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house.
Kevin Hunter Jr. appeared to update fans on his mother's health, Wendy Williams, by posting footage of the daytime television personality on his Instagram story last year. Wendy, who had taken a leave of absence from her self-titled show to deal with health difficulties, appeared to be on the mend in the video as she ate a salad and a smoothie in Miami, Florida. Her only kid, who she shares with ex-husband Kevin Hunter, has been one of the most affected by his father's mistakes. The 22-year-old has now gone on the offensive, blaming his adulterous father for their family's problems and asserting that Kevin is to blame. So, what exactly did Hunter Jr. say, and is he still on good terms with his father? Let us investigate.
Now, in April, you filed for divorce from your husband.
Correct.
Kevin, after nearly 22 years of marriage.
Correct.
And
25 years being together.
Being together.
Correct.
And because of his infidelity.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You know, infidelity is one thing. A full baby is a whole nother topic. Okay.
Wendy Williams has gone through a lot over the last few years. Aside from the drama surrounding her marriage, the talk show host's health has been up and down, and she had to take an extended leave from the Wendy Williams show last fall as she coped with yet another blow to her physical well-being. As fans awaited Wendy's homecoming, her son provided an update on the actress's health and the possible source of all the family difficulties. In a recent interview, a family member reportedly disclosed to the Sun that the media mogul's 22-year-old son has been giving out some tough love to his mother. According to the report, Wendy's deteriorating physical and mental condition has put significant pressure on their relationship. Kevin Jr. is said to have given his mother an ultimatum to get better. Simultaneously, Jr. is believed to be enraged with his father and blames him for introducing Wendy to drugs so that he may easily exploit her. He told her he won't be in her life unless she fixes herself, the Sun reported. Her son has been doling out the tough love, telling Wendy, "Get yourself help, Mom." And Kevin has every right to be upset with her father. We got documentation stating that Wendy's son was evicted from his Miami residence for failing to pay $70,000 in rent. He maintains, however, that he could not pay the money due to his mother's poor health. Jr. stated that his mother paid a full year's rent in advance beginning in March 2021, with the intention of purchasing the flat at the end of the lease. He went on to say that he signed the lease on her behalf at her request. As the lease approached the end, my mom went through some health issues that put the court in control of her finances. He said, "All of this happened suddenly, and all of the financial support that she always gave me stopped, including my housing."
And I read about it in the blogs and the tabloids, the address of this place that he had purchased to share with this backwoods 9 miles from my house in Livingston.
Wendy, like her son, revealed the source of all of her current problems in an emotional video. The former talk show presenter was in tears as she described her anguish after Kevin Hunter abandoned her for his mistress and how he handled the matter. During the interview, Wendy claims that she observed her ex-husband's lover Sharina Hudson in the passenger seat of her Rolls-Royce Ferrari and that she had to remain calm as a mother to her son Kevin and keep herself together each morning on her talk show. This was a lot of strain, and Wendy deserves credit for handling it so effectively. When she suffered from heartache, the Hollywood Walk of Famer claimed she couldn't talk to family members about it since she was still in love with her husband and knew they would advise her to just go. That's when she turned to medicines in the hopes of calming her anxiety. Wendy was compelled to pay alimony to her ex in the thick of it all, so her hard work was taking care of her unfaithful spouse and his lover. This is a lot to deal with, and to make matters worse, Kevin has congratulated his girlfriend on the success of his ex-Talk Wives program. Wendy was pushed over the edge when she learned that Kevin and Sharina were expecting a child together. Wendy stated on air that adultery is one thing, but having a baby is quite another. The celebrated media personality stopped alimony payments in February, not long after Kevin allegedly stated that he needed Wendy's money to survive. And now Wendy has a girlfriend and a baby who would be living off of Wendy's money. All these headaches drove Wendy to use drugs, and now his son refuses to forgive his father for what he did to their once thriving family. Kevin Sr. went to court, hoping Wendy was still high on drugs, and tried to persuade the judge to order Wendy to continue paying him alimony. Yet, as luck would have it, his plea was dramatically denied. Kevin mentioned that he is broke and cannot pay his bills. A New Jersey judge, however, dismissed the claim without prejudice. As many fans know, Wendy Williams filed for divorce from Kevin Hunter in April 2019. This occurred following reports that Kevin had an affair and a child with his mistress. The production company also fired Kevin as executive producer on The Wendy Williams Show. Many people blame her ex-husband for her health problems because she was at the top of her game before this happened, and now his son is also on his case. Unfortunately for Kevin, his ex-wife appears to be on the mend. In terms of her profession, there have been discussions about starting a podcast. Unfortunately, there has been little news about that venture in recent months. Even though he is still pursuing alimony, Kevin has continued to speak in her favor, but this is seen as bait so that he can continue to enjoy the money he did not work for. Wendy stated, in reference to the anguish she endured at the hands of her ex-husband, "We were married for almost 22 years. We were together for 25 years, she said. I don't regret the day of meeting him. I don't regret putting up with him for all 25 years. And that has nothing to do with him having this baby or him having this side girl for almost 15 years of our marriage. I've known about her almost since the beginning. I've known that Kevin is a serial cheat. The first time I found out was while I was pregnant with our son on bed rest." Wendy went on to say about Kevin's evolution during the course of their marriage. The more successful I got, and he got, and we believed in each other. The more of a jerk he became, he used his good credit to purchase property that he chose to wine and dine his extramarital affairs. Despite her recent difficulties, the TV personality insists she is in the finest years of her life. "The life that I'm living right now is my best life, and I have no guilt about saying that," she said during a press conference. "I like who I am, so I have no regrets. If anything, I'm extremely happy that I'm still relevant enough that I'm able to come through some pretty kick behind double doors and say, 'How you doing?' and still be young, fun, and pop culture relevant." Unfortunately for Kevin Jr., Wendy's and his lives were shattered when his renowned mother began taking drugs to cope with the trauma his father caused her years before. Wendy was open about her decade-long cocaine addiction when she went on the radio. Wendy discussed her decision to stop using drugs in an interview with In Touch. "I was in deep. I wish I hadn't put my life in jeopardy, but I have no regrets because it's made me who I am today, and I'm proud of me," she said. When asked how drugs affected her work as a radio DJ, she replied, "I was a functioning addict. I'd work from 3 in the afternoon until 7 at night, get off and party until 7 in the morning, then sleep until 2. Go to the radio station and do it all over again," she shared. "People around me knew, but nobody ever said anything to me. Nobody had the guts, which is shocking to me." We all know she's referring to her ex-husband when she says nobody. In reality, it appears Kevin was relishing Wendy's fall, keeping her high at all times so he could steal his money and sleep with other women outside. While it's encouraging to see evidence that Wendy is currently doing well, fans are likely to have many concerns about what's been going on with her. The talk show host began to open up about her hyperthyroidism and Graves' disease after falling live on camera during the taping of a Halloween episode in 2017. In 2019, she talked about relapsing in her rehabilitation from drug addiction and having to reside in a sober house before taking a hiatus from her show. Hopefully, with the help of her son, other family members, and close friends, we'll be able to see the Wendy we all remember, the effervescent, slightly obnoxious, and passionate Wendy. That's all for now. Till next time, bye!